Hi, you guys. This is a process video that I would like to share with you guys. I'm just inspired by this beautiful color scheme in this photograph. And this photograph does not belong to me. I did find it on Pinterest. I did share a link to give credit to the photographer. But this is just going to be an inspirational piece. And I really would like to practice to capture these beautiful blues and depths of this water, along with the brightness and beauty of this magenta water lotus. So it's been a while since I did a watercolor painting demo, so I wanted to just show you guys how I play with washes and a bit of pouring technique that I was inspired again this morning to try for this particular painting. So I just want to show you how I can build up a beautiful depth with multiple layers. One of the things I'm going to try to sort of get right in this watercolor painting is to work fast and to sort of allow the watercolor to bring magic to the paper, so to speak. So I'm not trying to control every single aspect of these water pouring sessions, but I am mindful the whole time of my reference material. So where need be, I will adjust the color, the temperature, or the depth as we go forward. Now, starting on this beautiful A4 size 300 gram cotton color watercolor paper, I did a pre-sketch just to make sure that I have a beautiful composition. And I also used masking fluid to just mask off the water lotus as well as some of the lighter elements on this photograph so that, by the time I've successfully sort of installed this deep blue background, I can remove the masking fluid, and then I will have the pure white of the paper to play with again in order to create this beautiful bright magenta lotus flower. So I just want you guys to enjoy my process video. It's really fun to see what the watercolor does. Uh, I did record it in this particular, what should we call it, ratio. I'm just trying out my new desk lamp here in my studio, and it's got a wonderful camera holder. But unfortunately, I sort of forget that this is a different ratio and not my normal sort of landscape ratio, which I prefer to record in. So I just thought, you know what, it's okay. I'm going to make this for TikTok and share this beautiful watercolor process on my TikTok channel and just share it with you guys over there. So it's a different format, a different layout, but it's always fun to connect with my community and to just share my process a little bit. So I am a self-taught artist and creatively fit coach, and I do enjoy my water mediums mostly. So that includes watercolor, gouache, and acrylics, and also a combination of collage and so forth. So I really do enjoy a multitude of media, but more sort of towards the water base. So this is a lot of fun. I think I spent a whole year of my life really just working on watercolor. It was just always so inspirational to me to watch professional watercolor artists and see what can be achieved with watercolor. And that sort of really taught me quite a lot about art. Especially understanding depth of values and color choices. And because watercolor is such a beautiful translucent medium, it's really, so joyful to play with this amazing medium. And during this month of May 2024, um, painting the lotus flower and all these variety of mediums is really my goal and my focus, especially over on Patreon, where my clients really like to be inspired by a multitude of media. But during the month of May, I will be focusing on my main theme, which is going to be no mud, no lotus. So I really like to sort of connect life and the metaphor of life with my art, and sort of showcase and encourage my clients to really allow the art process to speak to you about your life as well. So being, sort of inspired by the lotus and its living environment, it's in really murky, muddy water, swamps and ponds that you will find the lotus flower. And the beauty of it, it grows out of this dark, murky mud. And I've seen photos where this mud, sometimes in these ponds, is like glue. It sits like glue over the plants. And the lotus flower is able, because of its waxy sort of exterior, to push through these murky, sticky swamp kind of material and to open up pristinely clean and beautiful and pure. And I think no wonder this amazing flower is such a spiritual flower. It is considered, such a beautiful flower that talks about our enlightenment, about rising above the challenges of our lives. The murky waters can represent life, our suffering, our challenges and obstacles that we all face as human beings. This is a difficult life journey. It includes suffering, and there's a lot of pain and hurt and healing that needs to happen during one's lifetime. And the lotus flower and its life cycle is a constant reminder to us of our personal resilience. If we literally use our circumstances, which we find difficult and challenging, as our sort of nourishment, our food to ground ourselves, to keep ourselves humble, then, we can grow from these experiences and learn to sort of rise above it. The lotus leaves is always floating on this water, and the lotus flower tends to close at night, protecting itself, sinking beneath the surface of the water again, and then in the morning daylight it pushes again out through the water. So it really is a symbol of life and rebirth, and even of, re-emerging out of depths of darkness. And so there is such a symbology of enlightenment, wisdom, understanding. It's no wonder that the lotus was part of the Buddha's sutra and teachings, because this is such an incredible symbol to draw as a metaphor into our lives. So during the month of May on my Patreon, I'm going to be exploring these aspects from a personal resilience point of view, and encourage my clients to relook at their life whilst painting lotus flowers, and just realize how amazing we are, how resilient we are, and to look maybe at their lives and see the granary of experience that we've already built up on our lives, things that we've already overcome, dark periods that we were already victorious over. And this reminds us going forward that there's always hope, and that all the support that we always need is always available to us. So, I think one of the main themes that I focus on is our attitude, and realizing that in the end of the day, that is the only thing that we truly have control over. We don't have control over our environment, or what things sort of come over our path, but we do have a control over how we respond to it. And I think, in our painting practice, when we have these things in our minds, then we realize, the similarities of the art process and our lives. And we can make that connection and understand that everything in life is a process. Nothing just sort of appears, it is a journey. So I'm just continuing here, building on the depth of my background of my watercolor painting. I'm allowing each layer to completely dry before I add another pour. And I'm just picking out a hair from one of my brushes that got stuck here on the paper. I don't want to leave it there because it will make a mark, so I had to pick it off. But you'll see with every layer that I add, I continually come back and bring this sort of deep orange where the fishes will just sort of emerge from the surface of the water. So it's really very hazy and fluid. It's not very in focus. You can see it's there, but it's not detail. It's all about washes. And here you can see with every consecutive layer that my mixture of watercolor is increasing in strength. I started off with quite a tea-like consistency, quite watery, quite translucent, just to begin to stain the paper. And now that I'm sort of working towards the final, initial washes for this beautiful blue water, you will see that my mixture is becoming to look a little bit more like cream. It's a little bit thicker. It's not quite honey yet. We will leave the very thick applications for very last. But I think this is about as dark as I'm going to go before removing the masking fluid. So thanks for watching. You can continue to come back to my channel to see how I progress with this water lily painting. And if you want to join my Patreon page, then just click on the link in my bio. It will take you to my YouTube channel where most of my videos have my Patreon link on it. And there are also a multitude of videos for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the like, and drop me a comment and tell me what you think. So I'll see you guys again real soon. Thank you and stay creative. Bye bye for now.